Well, hey guys, welcome to the studio today. Guitar humming. Is it going bzz while you're trying to play? There's a few causes for it, and there's a couple things you can do to help fix it. Let's get to it. And this is what we might be hearing. Let me get you over to it, and I'm going to bring you up on a Stratocaster single coil neck position. Hear that? That was not hard to achieve here in the studio. All I had to do was not be touching the strings. I have the guitar on a stand, the neck pickup, which is a single coil, and I am running through a Pod HD 500X set on some sort of metal tone, like kind of thing, and it's got hum to it. But let's see what we can do to fix it. Here we have 4 recordings. From the far left, we have using a cable, but not touching the actual strings. When I actually touched the strings, it dropped to negative 13.9, so a hair quieter. Using the wireless system, untouched, negative 14.2. And while touching the strings and using the wireless system, negative 14.5. Okay, here's what exactly the numbers are telling you when I use a basic overdrive sound. These are the numbers: wired, wired and touched, wireless, wireless and touched. So about a 1 dB lowering of the noise overall. Next up, we checked it on more of a heavy metal type of a tone. Far more gain on the HD500X, and let's see how these guys stacked up. Same order. Okay, so what we saw here was wired, negative 16.9. The wireless system, untouched, negative 18.6. That's actually a pretty good number. For this test, I moved the guitar more to the center of the room, just sitting on a stand. I actually went over and touched the strings for the portion of the test where the strings needed to be touched. Here's all 4. Normal cable, negative 15.2. If I touched it, it dropped to negative 15.8, a little bit better. With the wireless system, here's where I saw some cool results. Negative 16.7. And if I touched it, negative 17.1. And this is the funny result I got just by kind of turning the guitar to a slightly different angle, and I did record it so we could see it. Here it is. So one great option is don't use a single coil if you can avoid it. Try using a double coil. We're combining 2 single coils. Some noise. Another great option is to use gate or a noise gate in your software, and it will reject any noise or any sound that it hears below a certain threshold you set. Let's see what a noise gate does when I'm moving the guitar around the room. You guys remember this sample here. Quiet. Here's what a gate would do to that. Shutting it down when it goes below a certain threshold and then just opening a gate. There's a couple of things that we didn't talk about. Like, you should be using a good cable and definitely a shielded guitar cable, not a speaker cable. Number 2, you might want to paint the inside of the cavity of your guitar with shielding paint and make sure there's an actual wire that goes from there over to your bridge. When you touch the strings, you become sort of part of the electronics of the guitar, and that will help reduce noise as well. Now, the wireless system that we used in this video came to us from Joyo. Joyo, these run about $39 or so. And one of the hiccups with wireless systems could be latency. I play and then I hear the sound after I play in a very, very small degree. Some wireless systems can use Bluetooth, and Bluetooth can add an amount of latency that's more than what we want. But this Joyo system is not Bluetooth. They use a proprietary technology. It keeps the latency down to about 6 milliseconds maximum. That's not discernible by a human ear. In other words, these are so fast, you can't hear it. Well, guys, I had a lot of fun putting this together for you. Don't forget to come join us in our Facebook group, Recording Tips, and we got a lot of work to do. Let's get to it.